This is the Vantage Point Financial Halftime Report.
Do you have the right financial advisor to help you reach your goals? Ameriprise Advisors can provide personalized, goal-based advice to help you feel more confident about your financial future. Call Vantage Point Financial Planning, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, at 423-569-5055. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guarantee. May lose value. Securities offered by Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to Monterey High School. Our Highlanders on the road. It's only our second game of the season, so on the road for the first time this season before returning home next week in a region matchup as we'll host the Austin Leach Roadrunners. Game time 7:30. Halftime score, Highlanders 27, the Monterey Wildcats 0. Well, I want to say 7, but it's a 27-0 lead for the Highlanders. Let's recap the first half scoring for you. With 1 minute 5 seconds to go in the first quarter on the Highlanders' third offensive possession, we string a drive together. We start at our 21-yard line. It's capped off on a Gage Privet 7-yard touchdown pass to Lucas Newport, who done just an exceptional job as the ball thrown behind him, turning, ruling that catch in, and then Justin Lynch kicked through the point after, making it 7-0. We move into the second quarter, and we get the ball, let's see, on our fifth offensive possession. We start at our 20-yard line. First play, Michael Bond says, bye-bye, birdie, and he's gone 80 yards for the touchdown run. The Justin Lynch kick was no good. It's a 13-0 lead to Highlanders at that point. We drop on down to the 3:51 mark. Highlanders start at our 45-yard line. This time, Gage Privet, he'll close out the drive on a 3-yard run. Justin Lynch converts the point after kick. Highlanders lead 20-0. And then in the closing moments of the first half, we take over the ball at our own 49-yard line after holding Monterey on downs. Probably they should have punted, but they went for it on downs. The pass very errant on that. We start at our 49-yard line. We complete that possession as Gage Privet tosses his second touchdown pass, 21 yards, this time to Jagan Morgan, all alone in the end zone. Justin Lynch, another point after for him. It's 27-0, and that's the way we stand at halftime. 27-0, Highlanders with the advantage. Let's step aside. Let's take this break. When we come back after these messages, Woody will have our first half stats.
One thing I love about UCB is that they don't automatically default to no. I think a lot of people think that they shouldn't even come in and talk to us if they're not in the best financial situation that they've ever been in. And that's just simply not the case. I had a customer just yesterday who came in needing home repairs, thought, this is probably going to be a no because I don't have the best score right now, but we were able to consider every factor and get some additional documentation, and we were able to get the loan approved.
When you need physical therapy, don't just think of sports injuries and post-operative care. At South Fork Physical Therapy, we treat patients in all stages of life and with a wide variety of symptoms, from vertigo and headaches to hip pain and plantar fasciitis. The next time you need physical therapy, think South Fork Physical Therapy. From head to toe, we are here to help you.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th Lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Proud of the Mountain Marching Band
Welcome back into our Vantage Point Financial halftime. Don't forget, let Vantage Point Financial help you prepare for all market conditions. Phone them at 865-212-2376. That's Vantage Point Financial. Also at 423-569-5055. Vantage Point Financial. Highlanders lead 27-0 at halftime. This is the IH Sports Network covering Highlander football. By the way, if you're just tuning in, Monterey imposes a video blackout on us tonight. We cannot stream the video. We are streaming the audio. Probably in the morning we'll have this game up for video review. Check out the Independent Herald Facebook, the Independent Herald YouTube, and SFN, channel 191 on the Highland Media system to follow Highlander basketball, and you'll see everything we've been talking about so far in the first half. Woody, to your side of the table, let's take a look at the first half stats, please.
All right, from Monterey, Donald Mutual has 10 carries for 51 yards. Matt Phillips has 2 carries for 2 yards. And Eli Phillips has 3 carries for 9 yards. He rushed the ball 15 times, 62 yards. Eli is 2 out of 14, 18 yards, total offense of 80. For the Highlanders rushing, Michael Bond has 13 carries, 126 yards, and a touchdown. Gage Privet has 3 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. Lucas Newport has 2 carries for 6 yards. He rushed the ball 18 times, 153 yards. Privet is 8 out of 14, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, total offense of 262.
And that's about what I thought that it would be without me adding up the numbers. I thought that this is to Ben and this is to Woody. I thought our offense did a good job, even though we didn't. We had some scores called back, but we did a good job moving the ball, maintaining possession of the ball, and protecting the football in the first half.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we give up some yardage there early, but it seemed like after that, going into the second quarter and stuff, all that didn't happen. So defensive stuff, I mean, it's been all a good first half for the Highlanders.
Actually, for the Highlanders, we forced Monterey to punt the ball 5 times. They turned it over on downs, and then the last possession at the half. So kudos to that defense. They bent a little bit, and I mean just a little bit, in the first half, but they certainly didn't break, and they have led this team to the position we're in right now, 27-0. If you're ready, why don't we take a timeout? When we come back, our Helenwood Foods out-of-town scoreboard.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
Welcome back to the last segment in our Vantage Point Financial Halftime. Right now we want to bring forth our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee. Your finances are not a game, but if you want to come out on top, you need the right team supporting you. Visit onebanktn.com today to learn how you can have a passionate team of experts supporting you and your financial goals. And Ben Garrett, how about our Scholar Athlete?
This week's One Bank Scholar Athlete is going to be senior wide receiver Jagan Morgan. You've called his name a lot tonight, and he's been making plays on the football field tonight, but he makes plays in the classroom too. How do you like that? 4.04.
You just made that up, too.
4.04 GPA for Jagan Morgan.
Yes, great.
If you're a multi-sport athlete and you got a 4.0 plus GPA, my hat's off to you, because that takes sacrifice and dedication.
Yeah, buddy, because you spend a lot of time in practice, and I think you've got to be a good student, and you got to pay attention to what's going on inside the classroom.
Actually, if you're a 4.0 GPA student, period, my hat's off to you, because I promise you that dwarfs anything that I ever did.
Yeah.
But if you play multiple sports, all the better.
It dwarfs what I did. I was just 3.96, so it dwarfs me, man.
Oh, good gracious.
On there like that. So anyway, congratulations, Jagan Morgan. How about our Helenwood Foods out-of-town scoreboard? Helenwood Foods, every week, our out-of-town scoreboard, and we appreciate them. They've been with us for several years now.
All right, Helenwood Foods this week, you can get half-liter Pepsi products, 3 for $12. You can get New York strip steaks, $10.99 a pound. And we got a lot of scores that are coming in. Let's start with Jellicoe with the lead over Jackson County, Kentucky. That one's 14-8. It's in the second quarter. It is skipping down the list. North Green leads Hancock County 48-6. That's in the third quarter. Greenville over Northview Academy 20-0 in the second. Elizabethton up 14-0 over Westridge. That one is in the second. It is Seymour 20, Cott County 7. That's a halftime score. Over in Cott County, it is Hampton leading Sunbright at halftime 38-0. Hampton making the long road trip to Morgan County tonight. Gatlinburg-Pittman leads Unicoi County at halftime 7-6. It is Tennessee High over Science Hill 14-3. That's at halftime. Anderson County leads Fulton late in the first quarter. It's 23-0. Marable over Bearden at halftime 42-0. It is Alcoa over Gibbs in the second quarter 31-0. Midway leads Greenback 14-0. Carnes over Campbell County at halftime, 28-0. Kingston with the lead over Loudon at halftime, 9-7. Oliver Springs leads Oakdale at halftime, 14-0. It is Bledsoe County up on Oneida early in the first quarter, 7-0. It's Coalfield 14, Rockwood 6. That's the second quarter score. Sweetwater and Tellico Plains, they're tied at 7 at halftime. Wartburg leads Harriman 15-14 at halftime. William Blount leads Clinton 21-14 at halftime. And, of course, our game here, we've got Scott up 27-0 over Monterey at halftime. And again, those scores brought to you by Helenwood Foods, where this week you can get Pepsi products half-liter, 3 for $12, and New York strip steaks, $10.99 a pound.
And there you go. Thanks to Helenwood Foods, thanks to Vantage Point, thanks to One Bank. Major sponsors here in our halftime. Let's take this, our final break, during our Highlander halftime. Highlanders 27, Monterey 0.
Vigilance Security and Technology offers cutting-edge security solutions tailored for industrial, commercial, and residential spaces. With our 4K resolution cameras, expert installation, and comprehensive networking services, you'll experience unparalleled clarity and peace of mind. Secure your future with the team that goes the extra mile. Call Vigilance today. 423-286-3533.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need. And we're focused on providing our friends, family, and neighbors with the very best health care available.
Home-style cooking with friendly service in a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches, to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razaks, country cooking and great steaks.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
High school football on the IH Sports Network is sponsored by Twin K, South Fork Physical Therapy, First National Bank, El Rey, Lumber King, Razaks, Danny's Drugs, T&T Car Wash, Tommy's Motorsports, Scenic Foods, Mountain People's Health Councils, United Cumberland Bank, Baby J's Pizza, Stand, Rourke's Pharmacy, McDonald's of Oneida, Helenwood Foods, Vantage Point Financial, the towns of Oneida and Huntsville, Farm Bureau Agent Nick Price, Danny King Lumber, Scott Farmers Co-op, and Trophy Masters.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half as both teams now out on the field warming up. It's a 27-0 lead Highlanders. Once again, the Highlander defense played well in the first half. We had some good offensive production in the first half. Gage Privet, rushing touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns. Michael Bond, the 80-yard touchdown run. And we also had one big, huge, probably 60-yard touchdown pass called back because of the penalty. We did not score, I don't think, on that possession. And we had another pass play that took us down to the 1 or 2 yard line, called back by penalty. So, I mean, it could have been worse, but right now it's 27-0. So, Highlanders putting it together, trying to win their second game of the season.
And there are conversations taking place on the field with the officiating crew and the coaches from Monterey. It's doing a lot of lightning off in the distance, and it's very visible from this field. That storm, we've been watching it. That storm, it's a strong thunderstorm. It's a severe thunderstorm, warned storm, but it's going north of us. It's not going to hit us, but that lightning is looking closer and closer and closer. And as that line continues to fill in, at some point tonight we are going to get some rain. If we can make it through this without a weather delay, we'll be okay. If we don't, who knows? Anything could happen.
Bill Hall coming by, headed upstairs with the coaches. I guess Coach Birchfield up there. H went down and he talked with the coaches, listened to the team a little bit, and when he gets set, we'll let him tell us what went on down in the locker room. Any message from the locker room?
Absolutely. The main thing is there's going to be adjustments, and our team is going to adjust to their adjustments. And other than that, play ball.
That's how you play football, right? Adjust to the adjustments.
Adjust to the adjustments.
There you go.
That's courtesy of, that was a little flash way over yonder.
The Highlanders will kick off to Monterey to open the second half. Monterey will be moving right to left. You say as you look at your radio dial. Once again, I remind you, if you're just tuning in, Monterey has a restriction. They have their own streaming game here. Now they're going to change ends of the field. So Monterey has a restriction. We cannot live video broadcast. We can produce an audio broadcast, which we're doing right now. Our video production will be up sometime in the morning on the Independent Herald Facebook page, on the Independent Herald YouTube page, and on SFN Channel 191 on the Highland Media.
Now, you're putting a lot of pressure on me and Greg, mostly Greg. If you want to watch the video tomorrow, it'll be on Channel 191 at some point during the day. But you better go to the SFN the SFN YouTube channel. I think that's your best bet. Maybe it's on Facebook. Maybe. But I'm not sure. No guarantees there.
Well, okay. I was going to take you out to eat in one of the fine establishments down
you can
here
do that
after the game. I thought that might fuel your brain cells up. And
so you're going to take me to Burger King for a Whopper is what you're saying.
And fries. And fries.
Yeah, or Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, listen, and that is not a knock on Monterey, okay?
No,
There's just nothing to eat here.
Yeah, well.
They got a Hardee's down at the other end.
Yeah, down at the other get on.
You know, I mean, And they got a couple of good family restaurants down here.
Come on, Red. Reset the clock.
Well, they did. They put the 3 minutes back up, which they always do at halftime, which is kind of a crazy rule. I don't understand it, but they let the clock count down from 20 minutes, and then they put 3 minutes back up for warm-up. They did that, and now apparently they don't have a way to reset it, and we got to run through the 3 minutes.
In the locker room and coaches are having to use all of that time to stress points and make adjustments. If they throw the 3 minutes up, keep from penalizing anybody.
Well, look, this is what happens. If they come back, if they have to come back to finish up the game, they get paid extra money. So why are they in a rush?
That's right.
Conspiracy theories.
It is. That's a good one, isn't it?
Well, here's what I know. If we get this kickoff, when that whistle blows and the second ticks off the clock, we are more than halfway through the game. And at that point, in a 27-0 game, if you call it and you can't finish it, it's a sky-high victory, right?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Double A, they have to rule on it.
Yeah, it has to be sent to them in the morning. And
I think that
2 weeks ago when that happened, there's a lot of games that about like this. Yeah. It didn't happen.
Here's the thing, everybody, the team's out on the field, the officials down there ready to go. All the clock operator had to do was zero the clock and put the 12 minutes on, and here we go.
Ben, I looked at the weather map, and you were right a while ago. It has shifted. There may be some rain here. If the lightning stays away, they'll be able to play it out in the rain.
That's a strong storm that we're watching on the horizon. Yeah. It's not going to hit us, but is that lightning going to get close enough that the white hat gets nervous and blows that whistle and sends us to the locker room?
How do you gauge 10 miles?
Yeah, that's a decision I don't want to have to make.
It's close right now.
It's that storm is in absolutely no threat. Now, Oneida, it'll eventually, if it holds together, it'll get to Oneida. Yeah. So Tim Smith and the gang up there, they're going to have a lightning delay in their future if that sucker doesn't play out. But here, right now we're still good.
Justin Lynch is going to put this in an end zone.
Man, I liked at halftime him kicking the ball.
This air is so heavy right now, there's nothing going in the end zone.
It's going to be tough.
Here we go. Highlanders kicking off to the Monterey Wildcats. Highlanders lead 27-0. Lynch kicks this ball. It's going to be fielded 6-yard line. Oh, man. Get the number of that truck over there. I got it. Micah Bowles. He wiped out a lead blocker.
We are being violent in coverage.
We are. We talked about that late in the first half. These guys, multiple guys, but Micah Bowles is one of the leading guys doing it.
Yeah.
They're absolutely taking on those blockers in kick coverage and just laying the lumber to them. It's almost unfair.
First and 10, Monterey from their 25-yard line. Monterey, once again, they'll send a trips package to the right side. They've got a single receiver left. Phillips, the quarterback, rolls. Here comes the pressure. A little comeback.
Good hit.
And Keegan Boland.
Perfect tackle.
Another truck tackle by Keegan at the
that's the one
Monterey 34-yard line.
That's the one you put on the highlight film right there.
A gain of 8. Second and 2.
That's a form tackle for sure right there. Beautifully done.
And Keegan has done a really good job tonight, just tight man-to-man coverage. Twins to each side. Phillips dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Throws the ball deep up the left side.
There'll be a flag. I knew there'd be a flag. I knew there'd be one.
Yeah. Looks like Humphrey with the defensive interference. I would call it more holding than interference, but
I would call it uncatchable. But yeah, you can't make it that obvious. You're going to get called for it.
I mean, he was holding the guy for 5 yards up and down the field. Very obvious there, but we'll see what the officials say.
See where they put the ball, man.
Should be a difference between holding. It is a hold as opposed to interference, but it's a 10-yard penalty.
10 yards.
It will give Monterey a first down to their own 44-yard line.
That's a 10-yard penalty and results in a Protect Services first down for the Wildcats.
Two receivers each side. Yes, 2 receivers each side from Monterey. Phillips. Looks like they may be trying to pass the ball a lot here in the second half. Here comes that pressure again. Up the sideline, turn around, Carter Slavin. Good coverage, and Carter Slavin saw the ball in the air, and he tried to turn on the Jets. The ball was on the outside shoulder of the receiver. But Slavin, tight man-to-man coverage.
That wide receiver has a set of wheels on him. I didn't think he'd touch that ball.
And we saw this quarterback struggle with his accuracy a little bit in the first half, but he looks like he's settling in and looking pretty comfortable throwing the football.
Again, they'll stack the receivers. Twin stack, both sides. Phillips, the handoff into the middle. Bounces outside and holding on. That'll be Bolin coming up. Keegan Bolin. So Bolin and Bolin teaming up on the tackle to the 48-yard line.
Brings up third
down and 5 for the Monterey Wildcats. Monterey trailing by 27 right now. If we can hold them here, I don't know. They still may, near midfield, they still may go for it on 4th down. We need to get a stop.
Trailing like this, I think they will go.
Again, trips out left. One receiver to the right.
Looking at their view.
Hand off to the running back. Caught at the line of scrimmage, stretching out to about the 49-yard line. A gain of maybe 1. It'll bring up 4th down and 4.
Braden's a fine linebacker, guys. Sometimes we do talk about Dez a little bit more, but I want to tell you, Braden's great at that position.
According to the marker across the field, there was really no gain on that. I thought he picked up maybe 1, but it's the yard marker says 4th and 4.
Yeah,
Excuse me, 4th and 5.
If you're going to do it in this situation, almost an exact situation in the first half with a minute 30 to go, I think you can do it now, without a doubt. You're going for it, I mean.
The Highlanders will drop twin safeties.
Strong rush, strong rush, strong rush.
Quick pass. It's intercepted. It's Humfleet. Intercepts it, and he's gone for 6.
Again, 56 yards.
That'll make up for that pass interference.
INT touchdown for Hunter Humfleet.
For the Highlander touchdown.
9:25 to go in the third period of this ball game. We got a 33-0 lead. We can kick and make it 34. Do we go for 2 and try to make the clock run faster? No, we're going to kick. Way to go, Coach Howell. I like that.
I think from a sportsmanship standpoint, you have to kick it.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody would blame him, given the weather situation and all that, if he went for 2.
Was that Humphrey?
Humfleet, yes, sir.
Yes.
The placement, this kick, hammered to the trees once again by Justin Lynch. He tacked 7 on for the Highlanders, and it is now 34-0. Highlanders over the Monterey Wildcats. We step aside. We take a quick break. We're back for the ensuing kickoff.
Since 1908, Rogers Group Incorporated has been building more than roads and bridges. We've been building communities. Rogers Group is trusted to deliver the stone, asphalt, concrete, and construction services that keep America moving forward. With over 85 quarries, 55 asphalt plants, 5 concrete plants, and nearly 3,000 dedicated team members across 12 states, we're proud to turn raw stone into the foundation of homes, schools, hospitals, and highways.
The Highlanders kicking off again after the Humfleet interception and return for the touchdown, and the Lynch point after has widened the Highlander lead. It's now 34-0 over Monterey. Lynch again to kick off. The Highlanders get all 11 personnel on the field, and the Wildcats have 2 returners standing back at their 5-yard line. 34-0 Highlanders. This kick is going to be short on the left side. Fill it at the 15-yard line on the run, trying to get outside. Nice tackle over there. Is that Jesse Jeffers, number 23? On the
Yep. Hey, Jesse's, he brings the load when he makes hits, too. You know, some people can make a collision. Other people just have a certain dip, a certain movement that they put such force when they make a tackle, and he's one of them.
Again, the 2 defensive ends for the Highlanders, wearing number 16 on our side, Braxton Potter, 15 on the other side, will be Houston Stanley. The inside tackles, 41, again, that is Xavier Penix, and is that the other Penix?
Parton, I'm sorry. The handoff to the left side, breaking a couple tackles, and the Highlanders pulling down. The ball comes out. There's a the beanbag. We got it. We got it. We got it. Yes, sir. No, I couldn't tell who coming. Desi ended up with it last. I don't know.
14. Did you get her, Ben, so we can 14? Here we go. Let's watch our replay.
Well, folks at home can't see the replay, but gives us a little extra advantage.
Something to talk about anyway.
I'm going to say Stanley made the tackle and ripped it out. Houston Stanley.
Yeah, I think that you're absolutely right. Houston Stanley forced the fumble. Still not sure who came up with the recovery.
Bowes got the recovery. That's who had
Michael
the football.
Bowes had the recovery?
That's who had the football.
Highlanders starting at the Monterey 35-yard line. Toss pitch, trying to run a sweep. Cutting back behind the blockers, Lucas Newport for 4 yards.
And, guys, as we watch this game kind of spiral out of control for Monterey, I remind you, they beat Cumberland County last week. Big 4A school, 5A school that Scott High has struggled with the last couple of years.
You're absolutely right. We have struggled when maybe we shouldn't have.
Highlanders will go twins left and right. One back, Bond behind Gage Privet, the quarterback. In motion, that was Lloyd out on the right end. Looking to throw the ball, that's Privet. Throws it to the sideline, it's incomplete. That brings up now 3rd down and 6 to go for the Highlanders. 3rd and 6.
3rd down for the Highlanders.
Someone wants the answer to your trivia question you asked earlier. When's the last time Scott High was 2-0?
I really didn't intend that for a trivia question, but
you want an answer.
But we'll look it up during our next break, okay?
I'm going to say 2017. 2016, sorry.
Look at 16 first, Ben. Handoff on a little counter coming back to Bonds. Steps back, makes the 30-yard line before being pushed back. It will bring up 4th down and 5.
I'm going to say it. Let's send out number 11 right here and see if he can get the clock running with a 47-yard kick. How about it?
Yeah, I think he's going to be coming out.
And this area, we talked about it. This area is heavy tonight. This is going to be tough, but we also saw him at halftime, and he was banging that ball.
He's going to spot it at the 30, and Justin Lynch, is going to spot it for the hold, Lucas Newport. The spot is at the 37-yard line. Makes a 47-yard kick, kicking north to south. High snap, pulled down well by Newport. A little low line drive. It is no good. Threw off the timing a little bit.
The 47-yard field goal attempt by the Highlanders is
one of the few things that have not gone well for Scott High tonight.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Monterey, they'll take over possession at the football, I believe, at the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't come back to the other line of scrimmage, guys. The officials know that.
Well, you line up there, maybe they'll just bang the ball to you.
People are obviously listening to us right down in front. I think it might be Braxton Potter's family down in front of us.
They're down there. I saw them a while ago.
I threw out a question. Wasn't exactly a trivia question, but we're going to turn it into tonight's trivia question. The handoff to the running back through the middle. The linebacker's there to make the tackle. That would be a gain of about 3.
I can tell you this much. The last time Scott High started a season 2-0, they also started that season with a win over McCreary County.
Tackle by Andrew Ellis and Keegan Bowling for the Highlanders.
You going to tell us what year that was?
Well, I thought Rick would key on that.
He would know that, huh?
I thought he would.
My memory's not good from 2 weeks ago.
I can tell you the score was 63-0.
63-0.
Quarterback run.
They followed that with a 35-0 win over Cumberland County, then a big 34-7 win over Kingston, and a 47-8 win over Wartburg for a 4-0 start. That would have been in 2014.
2014.
For the Wildcat offense.
Part of that was Billy Hall and Joe Benturi.
I would think that is absolutely right.
The trivia question, 2014, the Highlanders start 2-0. And now we're going to duplicate that performance, I think, tonight, 2025. A little Wildcat package off the left side. The Highlanders play it well, and
Matthew Phillips on the
it's going to bring up fourth down and 2.
3 plays in a row. They snap it to the deep back and run. Get up quick. Somebody's limping. Ooh, that's great.
Yeah,
shake it off, big man.
You wanted something, Dan?
Well, another housekeeping measure here where you talked about when the game's going to be played back. Greg Bond says as soon as the Oneida game ends tonight, they're a little bit behind us, but as soon as that game ends, you can catch this game on channel 190 if you're a Highland Media
Channel
subscriber.
190?
Now, you got to be a Highland
Media.
Media subscriber, but you can catch it on channel 190 and see all the video from tonight's game.
And that is South Fork Network and Mr. Greg Bond. So
we got timeout. Injury on the field.
Let's take a timeout. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's gone by fast. This is a Nick Price Farm Bureau timeout.
Scenic Foods is about freshness. With meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables. And of course, a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings. As well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
As we come back from the injury timeout, the injured Monterey player up, walking off the field under his own power. And it'd be the Highlanders coming back on the field for a fourth down defensive play. Monterey still, the guy's not deep enough to punt it. Looks like they'll maybe go for it on fourth from the Wildcat. Here comes the pressure. The Wildcat hit.
We stopped him.
Stretching out to the 30-yard line. If they back it up, yes, to the 29. The Highlanders get the stop and have the ball at the Monterey 29-yard line.
That's a turnover on downs. It'll be first down and 10 for the Highlanders.
First man there was Mr. Jeffers, Jesse Jeffers.
I say put the ball down and bring Justin Lynch in. Let's try another field goal. See if we
Yeah, I like it easy.
Let's get some practice at these long field goals.
His confidence. What if that bothers him any?
I don't think so.
He's got a certain air.
No, absolutely. I guarantee Justin Lynch can miss 10 in a row, and it's not going to hurt his confidence.
If we lived somewhere near a beach where surfing went on, he would be right there.
Seems like he's a good kid.
I don't know what that has to do with kicking field goals, but
well, I mean, he's a beach boy.
Handoff Bond tries to bounce outside, cuts back in. It'll be a gain of 2 yards.
Look here.
Holy cow.
Keep driving, boys. Yeehaw.
3 yards on the play.
Linemen, they don't know when the whistle blows behind him. But
hey, how would you like to have Caleb and Hayden driving down on you like that?
No way.
20 yards down the field?
I think he saw his life flash before his eyes right there.
You didn't
capture that replay. That would have been my play of the game.
Well, it was 30 yards away from the ball.
We just got a
off the field.
Weather delay.
Off the field.
Dadgummit.
Well, we're not going to go no 30 minutes without seeing a flash way over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for an important safety announcement.
1 minute, 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 1:33 in the third quarter.
NCAA regulations. At this time, the stadium will be evacuated.
Yeah, that was.
Enter the school building from the upper concourse near the concession stand, or you can return to your vehicle. At this time, the stadium is closed to all spectators until the weather threat passes.
So
Sunbright didn't get it.
They're having the spectators leave the stands. They didn't say anything about us, did they?
No, we're
Are we spectators, or are we more important than spectators?
I was hoping they'd call our name.
Regulations, at this time, the stadium will be evacuated. You can enter the school building from the upper concourse near the concession stand, or you can return to your vehicle.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th Lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
Home-style cooking with friendly service in a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
The stadium will be evacuated. You can enter the
Welcome back to the IH Sports Network, where the Highlanders, as we've just gone into a weather delay or a lightning delay at this point, lead 34-0 over Monterey with 1 minute 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. The officials and the administrators are down on the field. They're discussing this. Yeah, and what they can discuss boils down to this. You know, it's going to be at least 30 minutes from the last time they see lightning before they can resume the game. So you've got to wait 30 minutes before you can bring the teams out on the field, so you got to give them a 10-minute warm-up. That's 40 minutes from the last lightning strike.
And once we wait 40 minutes, we're going to get wet. Even if we don't see more lightning, we're going to get wet because it's coming. I can tell you what discussion's being had, and I can tell you what the outcome's going to be. We're not going to go ahead and pack up, but we might as well because this game's done.
Yeah. You know, Ben, I was going to check, see on the Oneida score, and it immediately went to the weather map, the IHS.
Yeah, this is a severe thunderstorm. It has produced multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and it is headed right towards Oneida. Tim and his guys, fortunately, have a press box to sit in. They're not out in the weather like we are.
Yeah, they've cleared everything, looks like, or most people have cleared.
And by TSSAA regulations, they have done it right here at Monterey. They've asked the fans to leave the stands. Please go into the building.
I think we may have an announcement coming right now, and I think they'll – the only way Scott High is going to agree to go home is if Monterey agrees this is going to be a Scott High win.
Yep.
And I think that decision has been made. I think
Shaking
we're better.
hands
Shaking
now,
hands.
So we'll see if the –
And, you know, this
Ladies and gentlemen,
here's the announcement.
This game has ended. Monterey falls to Scott High School this evening 34-0. As you leave tonight, please
announcer
place
just
it in the
announced that
receptacle.
the Highlanders win the game 34-0. At least that's what the PA guy said.
7 p.m.
Well, they were relaying it from on the field. So, and there's no way Scott High would have agreed to this and left here with a no contest and a 1-0 record. There's no, with the way the last few years have gone, they want that win. And but this goes back. Remember Eagleton 2 years ago, a huge win, second week of the season, much like this, ended late third quarter just like this, and kind of real similar. You wanted the game to be completed because Scott High was starting to pour it on and being a lot of frustration. You could kind of like to see this one completed.
And
as well.
we just held Monterey on downs and took over at their 29-yard line. So some imminent score might have been coming in just a few minutes, but it looks like right now we'll chalk it up as a 34-0 win by the Highlanders over Monterey tonight. We want to thank Monterey's coach, Scott Hughes, and their athletic director, Mr. Novak, for welcoming us in here tonight. They gave us the best position we could have, and we have came in. The Highlanders a little sluggish in the first quarter, but after that we became very sharp. And our defense, they have played with exception of 1 minute and 33 seconds, they have played 3 quarters of outstanding defense tonight.
Guys, you go back 2 weeks, the start of this game was very reminiscent of what happened when we played McQuarrie County. We were sluggish on offense in the first quarter. Of course, they run out the second quarter on us, but then we started playing some ball.
Indeed we did. Hey, let's take a break. We'll come back with our Danny King Lumber post game. First thing we'll do is recap the scoring. Next thing we'll do is statistics. Then we'll have our superlatives. We've got a lot coming your way, and we'll try to get out of here as Travis keeps showing the lightning flashes and the bugs flying in the air across the way. 34-0 Highlanders over Monterey. Come back in just moments after these breaks for a Highlander post game.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
One thing I love about UCB is that they don't automatically default to no. I think a lot of people think that they shouldn't even come in and talk to us if they're not in the best financial situation that they've ever been in. And that's just simply not the case. I had a customer just yesterday who came in needing home repairs, thought, this is probably going to be a no because I don't have the best score right now, but we were able to consider every factor and get some additional documentation, and we were able to get the loan approved.
All right, here we go. Great play.
Welcome back into our Danny.
Welcome to the Danny King Lumber Post Game. Danny King Lumber, offering retail and wholesale lumber. Phone 423-569-1430. Danny King Lumber.
Ben's trying to whisper something in my ear. We'll get it in our next break right here. Let's quickly recap the scoring in this game. Started a little sluggish. Like I said, there was only 1 score in the first quarter. That happened with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the quarter as Gage Privet, 7-yard touchdown pass to Lucas Newport. Watch our replay right here. The pass behind Lucas and done a good job. Acrobatic catch for Lucas. And then Justin Lynch converted the point after kick. The Highlanders lead 7-0. We move into the second quarter. We're watching Lynch's point after kick here. We move into the second quarter. It was on the Highlanders' 5th possession of the game, which started at our 20-yard line. And Michael Bond just broke free. An 80-yard run up the far sideline in front of the Highlander bench over there. Is a tremendous run by him, and then Justin Lynch converted the point after kick. The point after kick was no good. It was 13-0 Highlanders. With 3:51 to go in the first half, Gage Privet, his second touchdown pass. Gage Privet, 3-yard touchdown run. Then the Justin Lynch point after kick made it 20-0 in favor of the Highlanders. Now with only 33 seconds to go in the first half, Privet, this is his second touchdown pass, the 21-yarder to Jagan Morgan. I think we're watching that on the screen here. Nice soft pass. Morgan alone.
Oh, he had to wait on that to come down.
And then Justin Lynch converts the point after kick. It's 27-0 at halftime. We got started in the third quarter. Monterey got the ball first. The Highlanders were able to hold and take over the ball on an interception that was returned for a touchdown. Here we come. Hunter Humphrey standing right there, the ball to him, and just outran everybody to pick up that touchdown score. Justin Lynch converted the point after. It was 34-0. We move all the way down to, is that the right time it was on the clock when we stopped? A while ago it was like a minute 37, I think.
Well, they lost it on downs at a minute 30.
Okay, so the Highlanders able to, we would have gotten another score there, I'm pretty sure, but able just to hold it there and hold on for what was decided by the teams that it would be a 34-0 win, Highlanders over Monterey. Jefferson, never mind. Woody, are you about ready with the stats?
I'm ready, bro.
Okay. Let's go ahead and let's get our end of the game statistical summary.
Talk loud, Woody.
Monterey, Donald Mutual had 13 carries for 59 yards. Matt Phillips had 5 carries for 90 yards. Eli Phillips had 3 carries for 9 yards. And Hank Shepard had 1 for 2. They rushed the ball 22 times, 79 yards. Had 2 fumbles, a loss of 1. And Phillips in the passing department was 3 out of 17. 1 pick, 27 yards, total offense of 106.
I was trying to look over your shoulder to see how many negative yardage plays they had, and they had 4 or 5 blended in there, I think.
Yeah.
Our defense got them,
Yeah. For the Highlanders rushing, Michael Bond had 15 carries for 130 and a touchdown. Gage Privet had 3 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. Lucas Newport had 3 carries for 10 yards. We rushed the ball 21 times, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gage was 8 out of 15, 2 touchdowns, 109 yards, total offense of 270. Receiving, Jake Morgan had 4 for 59 and a touchdown. White Lord had 3 for 43. And Lucas Newport had 1 for 7 and a touchdown.
All right, Woody, thank you very much. We don't want to talk about penalties because that number was mind-boggling in itself.
Well, that was fabricated. If it could have been on. I mean, we had 6 for 65. They had 7 for 60, so it's over 120-something yards penalties.
No,
Still had a.
Do I hear you laughing at me again, Ben?
You hit it, Harris. You absolutely did.
Well, half of it was fabricated, yeah.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Let's take a 60-second break here. When we come back, we'll move on to our next segment in our Danny King Lumber postgame.
Congratulations to the South Fork Physical Therapy Class of 2026. Through the years, it has been our privilege to be a part of these young people's lives. To all of these seniors, Highlanders, and Indians, we wish you a lifetime of health and happiness. Thank you for allowing South Fork Physical Therapy to be a part of your journey.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
Welcome back. This will be our last segment in the Danny King postgame wrap-up. We turn it over to Ben. He's got a Hellenwood Foods out-of-town scoreboard.
And at Hellenwood Foods this week, you can get half-liter Pepsi products 3 for $12 and New York strip steaks for $10.99 a pound. Most of these games are still in progress. Some of them are in weather delays. In the second quarter, Jellicoe leads Jackson County 14-8. It is Claiborne trailing Happy Valley at halftime 35-6. Cumberland Gap over Cosby 21-7. That's in the fourth quarter. It is Greenville over Northview Academy 35-0 at halftime. It is a final. North Green defeats Hancock County 55-22. Another final, Hampton over Sunbright 46-7. It is Gatlinburg Pittman leading Unicoi County in a close one 21-20. That's early in the fourth quarter. Volunteer leads Granger 29-0 at halftime. It is Anderson County up big over Fulton 43-0 at halftime. Maryville defeats Bearden tonight 56-0. That is a final. Bradley Central over Hardin Valley 49-0, also a final. It is Carter over Union County 56-12 at halftime. Eagleton Academy leads Providence Academy 39-7 at halftime. Alcoa over Gibbs 45-0 at halftime. It is Midway over Greenback 36-0. That's in the fourth quarter. Carnes leads Campbell County 37-0. That's in the third quarter. Loudon has defeated Kingston tonight. It's a final 15-9. The Redskins over the Yellow Jackets. Oliver Springs leads Oakdale 14-0 at halftime. It is Bledsoe County over Oneida 14-7 at halftime. Coalfield leads Rockwood 14-12 at halftime. Sweetwater and Tellico Plains are tied 7-7 at halftime. And in the third quarter, Harriman leads Wartburg 26-15. Also in the third quarter, there's William Blunt over Clinton 35-14. Another final, Oak Ridge over Sevier County by a score of 56 to, my phone just popped up an annoying ad. 56 to 6 is the score. That's a final Oak Ridge over Sevier County tonight. And, of course, our score, Scott High defeating Monterey 34-0. Oh, one more score to give you. Late in the fourth quarter, it's on its way to being a final. Meigs County leads York Institute by a score of 24-6.
Yes. Future opponent for the Highlanders in our region, Meigs County. All right, thanks, Ben, and thanks to Helenwood Foods for bringing you our scoreboard. Now we're going to move right into our superlatives. We start first with our fan of the game. Our fan of the game brought to you by Mayor Dennis Jeffers in the town of Huntsville, and our fan of the game tonight is Miss Sue Hall.
Coach's mama.
Coach's mama.
Coach's mama.
And she was the last one to leave the stands when they evacuated this because of weather. And as her son was walking off the field, she yelled, and "Go Highlanders!" And Billy turns around and he gives her a wave, says, "Thanks for being here, Mom." And
that's great.
Or something like that. And so, yeah, Sue Hall, our fan of the game.
Fan of the game. Very good. Next, we've got our player of the game. Our player of the game brought to you by First National Bank, banking since 1904, banking that lasts. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our player of the game tonight is Gage Privet. Led the team with 2 touchdown passes.
One rushing.
And so had a good game. He's our First National Bank player of the game. Let's move quickly on. You had a comment that you want to make?
Carry on.
Okay. Next, we've got our Trophy Master lineman of the game. Trophy Masters, your swag supplier for over 35 years. South Main Street in Oneida. That is Tony and Jeannie Duncan. And our Trophy Master lineman of the game is Caleb Bell.
And I am going to say this. So Caleb Bell, and it could have been Hayden Mason too. Yes. They kind of set themselves apart on what turned out to be the last play of the game when they drove their defender about 40 yards down the field all the way to the goal line
and put him down.
Yeah, sort of how embarrassing, because everybody in the stands, the play was over with back here, and everybody in the stands was then watching that.
And Daniel Bell has come up here and jumped all over Travis, and of course, if you know Daniel Bell, you know that he doesn't care to jump onto you when you mess up. Mm-hmm. And he got all over Travis for not getting that on video. But it was 30 yards down the field. 30 yards down the field.
We follow the football.
He actually wanted Travis to be fired. And I said, man, you can't. Tell your son to make that block closer to the line of scrimmage. But I want to say this, Rick. Hey, we're going to have Gage and Caleb on the round table. We'll also have Jacob Morgan on the round table because he was a scholar athlete on Monday. Caleb, for your mama's sake, you better know why you're there this time.
And our final superlative that we've got brought to you by Scott Farmers Co-op. They're driven to serve at 17451 South Alberta Street in Oneida. Our play of the game, it came in the first quarter. The first score by the Highlanders, and it goes to number 3, Lucas Newport. And to Lucas's granny, he wasn't player of the game, but he got to play of the game. What a fantastic catch. It was. First score, and that's sort of, I can't say this for sure, but to me it seemed to loosen the Highlanders up. We went 11 minutes before we got that score there, and it loosened us up. We had a really strong second quarter.
And you know what? He is becoming a big play kind of guy too.
Indeed. Somewhere behind us is
Coach Hall. He's got
Billy Hall.
He's got 45 seconds.
Hey, Coach Hall, thanks for joining us. We want to clarify the end and the conclusion of the game. Just to be sure, the PA guy announced it would be a Highlander victory.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of, Monterey, they have to agree to that. So it's good to see that really happened there like that. We were just talking about our play of the game, and it was the Lucas Newport touchdown catch.
Oh, yeah.
Where he reaches behind and catches the ball. And I just said, as you were walking down the pathway here, was that sort of ignited the Highlanders. We got loose. We played. Yeah. We had 3 more scores in the second quarter, and that had a comfortable lead at halftime. But that sort of ignited us after, there was 11 minutes gone.
Yeah, I was just talking to Lucas a couple minutes ago before we walked out of the locker room, and he's kind of funny. Like I'll be setting up plays, and I think he's been with me for so long now. Like he'll kind of know what I'm getting to. Well, about 2 plays before I call it, he's like getting excited and like signaling it to me. And I'm like, Lucas, wait, like I gotta get it, I gotta give him the bite in. And then and he's such a good kid, and the growth he's had over the last, even 2 years, even from last year to this year.
Yes,
like he's becoming a playmaker when he gets the ball in his hands and he can make stuff happen.
A lot of big plays tonight.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
If anybody had told me when Lucas Newport was a freshman or sophomore that he was going to be one of your top receivers and top playmakers, I wouldn't have believed it. Hats off to him.
He could not catch a pass.
Here's what's funny is, and I joke around with him all the time.
I didn't say that, Sue.
Yeah,
that was Rick.
I joke around with him all the time, and I mean he has a good heart and he's a great attitude. But I'll tell him, I'm like, dude, like, you know, you were a kid, like, it was a freshman, like we didn't know like what you were going to be. And I said, everybody's kind of like, well, you know, like we'll kind of figure it out. And then the more he went on, the more he progressed. Like he's became a really good playmaker for us.
Yes, he has.
He certainly has. Player of the game that we selected tonight was a fellow by the name of Gage Privet. You know, the touchdown run, 2 touchdown passes. Seemed settled, seemed comfortable tonight.
Absolutely. And that's what, you know, me and him would go back and watch some film and just see the differences from like one game to the next. And like he's a smart kid and he understands it. He's like, I was more relaxed here. And the game he played better and he was more relaxed. I'm like, Gage, that's like, dude, just go be relaxed. You're a smart kid. Make the decisions. And I said, then just throw the football. Don't worry about it. Just throw the football. And I felt like he played pretty well tonight.
And credit to the team. Potentially, did have 1 touchdown called back by penalty and potentially had another touchdown opportunity called back by penalty. So, I mean, it's good composure by the team to say, well, we stumbled right here. We had those penalties. And there was a lot of penalties tonight. But talk about the composure with the kids that you had shuffling off the field, offense and defense.
Yeah, that's what it was ugly early because, you know, it seemed like every time we get going, you know, we get a big flag and lose a bunch and, you know, everything. And I kept telling them, guys, we're all right. Like, they ain't stopped us yet. We're stopping ourselves. I'm like, if we just clean things up and everything and we get going, like, we'll be fine. And, you know, the kids responded great to it.
You know, I came in the locker room. Like, we've not been able to do our halftime thing.
Yeah.
But I still come down just to listen to you and other coaches.
Yeah.
Those kids, I think that was the best locker room I've walked into in 20 years here. You know, I mean, it's incredible.
And I can never, you know, I don't even express how proud I am of them. You know, like, again, you know, they're a great group, you know, and I'm glad I'm able to be their coach. You know, they make it fun and it's really a good time.
Our lineman of the game was Caleb Bale, in part because him and
they drove
the guy 25 yards down the field right there.
Cameraman missed it, though. Everybody gets thrown under the bus.
And probably the most impressive superlative we had tonight was our Scott Farmers Co-op fan of the game.
Yeah.
That was a young lady, you know, Sue Hall. So you can tell her she's the Scott Farmers Co-op fan of the game tonight, as picked by the IHSN crew here like that. But your final thought on the game tonight and anything you want to talk about for next week?
I just want to say, you know, like, shout out to our defense. You know, we played man-to-man about every single snap.
Yes.
And I don't know how many passing yards we gave up, but it wasn't a whole heck of a lot.
Your linebackers played a terrific ball game.
Yes,
tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the defense, you know, like, they flew around. We challenged them. Listen, we're going to get in their face. We're going to play a man-to-man every snap.
Michael Bowles, Jesse Jeffers. I want to talk about the corners. Carter Slavin, Keegan Boland. Tight man-to-man. It was an unfair penalty on Keegan down here in the first half. I mean,
it is
crazy.
What it is.
But those guys, they came up, run support. They came up, they defended their whoever their man was on offense. And so they did a good job, as did the entire defense.
And then, you know, I kind of want to talk about my receivers just real quick about how unselfish they are. You know, like, they're excited no matter who gets the ball, no matter who makes the play. They're in it together and they're excited together. And, you know, like, we have the ability right now, we can spread it around a little bit and get everybody going. But, like, I mean, it don't matter who gets it. You know, they're all excited supporting one another, and it's awesome.
Indeed it is. Anything about next week? Austin East at home.
They're fast. You know, they fly around, and they make up with a lot just by pure speed.
And they're off tonight, so they have
they're off tonight. Yep. And, you know, I just think, you know, we got to attack the week, you know, like we do anybody else, no matter who it is. You know, we got to attack it each and every day and get ready to go.
Indeed. Billy Hall, congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Win number 2.
Yes, sir.
You have to go back to that was sort of our trivia question. What year? 2014.
2014. Yeah, we looked at it the other day, didn't we? 2014.
For to open the season, 2 straight wins. Actually, I think we won 4 in a row.
We went 4-0. We started 4-0 that year. Yep.
Indeed. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for taking the time. Our congratulations and
yes,
best
sir.
to
Thank
your
y'all.
coaching and to your players tonight on the tremendous win.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for everything you do.
Thanks, Coach Hall. And we've got nothing else to say here. Ben's done. H took his headset off. Coach Hall's leaving. Woody's gave up. I'm the only one here to say congratulations, Highlanders. 34-0 win on a weather-delayed game at Monterey tonight. Next Friday night, we're at home for our second home game of the season. It's also our first region game of the season. That'll be against Coach Graham and the Austin East Roadrunners. So for the Highlander crew, Travis, Ben, Woody, H, Coach Hall, and myself, good night. Have a safe trip back. If you're listening to our game tonight, have a safe trip back home and enjoy the weekend.